just know that your sleep will be broken up. I don't count my hours of sleep anymore. I literally just focus on getting the sleep that I have available to me. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am going to show you a full night with a newborn. This little girlie is just starting to wake up. It is 7:30 right now, and we're putting our toddler to sleep first. And she's gonna eat while we do story time. We're doing Bible story right now, and yeah, I'll just show you guys a little bit of that. I know you're more interested in the newborn stuff, but we have two, so this is my life. So I'm gonna start feeding this girlie.
Here's your drink. Oh, we love you. Have fun.
We're gonna have to remember to take that, huh?
Yeah, that'll be very important. I wish it didn't have to be so. But it didn't even have time.
Alright, so we fed her. They're talking over there. My husband is changing her diaper. I have no idea how long she ate on that side. Yeah, wait 1 second. Okay, so it's 8 now, and we just put our older daughter down. She is 1 year old and 22 months, I guess. Yeah, and I finished breastfeeding just a couple of minutes ago, so I was breastfeeding the entire time that we did her nighttime routine, and a little bit after that, we had a diaper change in the middle, and I couldn't tell you like how long I'm doing on each side. I feel like with my first pregnancy, I would have done like an app and timers, and I can't do it this time. It's just too hard, too complicated, and everything has been going well. I think if we were struggling a little bit more, we would definitely have an app. We wouldn't be just kind of freestyling it, if you will. But yeah, my name is Kelsie. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you comment down below what you guys want to see next. I'm planning on making a ton more of this baby stuff and postpartum. I just love it, and yeah, it makes me so excited to share and see other mamas' journeys. But yeah, the only thing that I really have for breastfeeding that I've been on top of is this wristlet. So right here it says right side, and then if you flip it, it says left. It did have little dials, and there's little numbers here. The dials fell off, the little adjusters, and I had this with my first with Riley, and I really enjoyed it, but I ended up using an app, I think. So yeah, like this is gonna be a little bit different in terms of like second time mom versus first time mom. And the fact that we are doing well, like Shiloh is already past her birth weight. She's 5 days old, and we are already, I think, 12 ounces past her birth weight. So things are going just splendidly. She is a much better eater than my first daughter was. Nothing wrong with that. I think I have a little bit more experience this time, and she just came out with a really great latch. Good, like suck and swallow. They call that SNS, like lactation specialists talk about breastfeeding like that. And yeah, everything just flying colors with this girl. She does pop on and off a little bit since my milk came in, which was 2 days ago. So it came in a little bit quicker this second time. And I am just reminded of all of the craziness of exclusively breastfeeding. And I don't know what it would be if I had like a supply issue, but for me right now, I am definitely producing enough and more. And that's really typical of the first couple months of this newborn journey. Definitely the first month before your milk really regulates. So right now I am waking up in the middle of the night, like just so full and leaking everywhere. And I'll talk a little bit more about that and just trying to solve that. But yeah, we're exclusively breastfeeding and she's doing great. I don't necessarily have her on a schedule, but she's kind of found her own little routine, even just 5 days old. And I want to really emphasize the fact that it changes every single day, but it has been a little bit predictable at the same time. So I know that this isn't something that I can count on, but I've just noticed that she has kind of made her own pattern, which is really cool to see. And if she continues on it, it will be awesome. But right now during the day, she's eating like every 2 hours. So nighttime comes and she has been very sleepy. So she's been waking up 1 or 2 times a night, sometimes giving me like a 6-hour stretch. So her late night feed will be closer to 10 p.m. and she'll sleep sometimes all the way till 4, I think that was night 3. She slept all the way till 4 a.m. Last night she was up at 3:30 or 3, night before 2:30. So it's really sporadic, but sometimes she will give me longer stretches, and I have stopped waking her every 2.5 to 3 hours like I did in the hospital because she has passed her birth weight. And if you don't feel comfortable like with any of this type of talk, definitely talk to your pediatrician. Ours is fine with it, so I've kind of cleared all that through them, and yeah, she doesn't need to be necessarily woken up every 2 hours at this point at night because she is gaining weight really well. And that's just because she's been naturally hungrier during the day, which is really nice for me. Like, just know that your sleep will be broken up, and the more that you just don't pay attention to it, the less you'll stress about sleep. I think I don't count my hours of sleep anymore. I literally just focus on getting the sleep that I have available to me and not worrying about when the next wake up is coming, because that will give you anxiety and you won't be able to sleep, and you'll be wasting that time slot that you do have to rest and recharge. In terms of postpartum, I have this little witch hazel water concoction, and I'm just still spraying this down below, and this is the witch hazel that I've been using. I'm out of this bottle, so it's alcohol free, which is really important because alcohol is super drying, so I don't want that. It also has aloe in it, which is great. I like this brand a lot too. And then I did have chlorine free thin pads, and these are honestly pretty nice. Like, they're pretty big, but they don't, it's gonna be hard to open this with one hand. But they're not super thick. So it's really nice that it has this little tag here and this tag here, because I always feel like pads kind of like flail around your butt and then start, I mean, the middle is pretty secure most of the time, but you never know. So these wings go out and really stick to the back part of your underwear, and these just go right under the middle. So these have been really nice, honestly. And I haven't felt like I've needed any extra cooling outside of just the witch hazel spray or rinse or whatever. And I am definitely able to wipe this time around. I didn't tear it all, so that definitely makes a huge difference. I will say it 1,000 times over. I'm so grateful that that was my experience this time. I think with Riley, I had a 2nd degree tear that was pretty, I think it was actually 1st degree, yeah. But just having stitches in your cervix and all that stuff, like, it's not comfortable. So this time around, it's been much easier. And yeah, that's all for my postpartum stuff. I will show you like what I use for nighttime breastfeeding, the breast shells that I use to kind of catch my letdown. And then I also use a Haka to catch the letdown while I'm feeding. I've been trying to use that during the day, but like I said, it's just hectic and chaos and really hard to like try to catch all that milk. So I'm definitely getting let down on my clothes, and I'm trying so hard to not have to wash my sheets every night. We have quite a few interchangeable sheets because I knew that I would be just leaking all over our bed. But at this point, I think I'm gonna try to figure out a way to plug my little breast shells so I'm not spilling all over the place. You'll see tonight. But in terms of nighttime schedule, I don't know if she's gonna wake up twice or 3 times or every hour. It's just sporadic. Like, you just don't know with newborns. So we'll see what happens. She's eaten a ton during the day today, slept and had a wake time. We naturally do the feed, wake, sleep routine, but you know, they're super sleepy in the beginning, so it's really hard to, you know, keep them awake sometimes, and it's not really that necessary as like a brand new baby to get them on a schedule or on a routine. I'm just talking about what has naturally come about. Once she eats, she does like have some awake time and then she falls asleep. So at night it's definitely a little bit more challenging to get her to go back to sleep right away. So I'll show you what I do, and yeah, I'll stop rambling and talking and we'll get to the nighttime. Okay, so it's 8:50 and she's hungry again. So I'm just gonna feed her maybe both sides, but I'm gonna start on the right since that was the side. Yep, she's hungry. Here we go, starting on the right. Just watching a show, winding down.
Sorry about what happened with Brother Sam. And this whole Trinity thing sucks. I get it.
Okay, so it is 10 o'clock now. We're gonna change her and get her ready for the night. I'm gonna do one last feeding and hopefully she takes in a good amount. These are the breast shells that I have, and Luke put a balloon over the little spout that drips on me all night long. So I've been waking up in puddles every single night, multiple times throughout the night, having to change bras and change sheets. So we're hoping that this works really well. You'll see. You'll see how it goes. This one's a little bit less professional. Through the night, I'm gonna put all of that in a breast milk bag. And then I have my handy dandy Haka, and I'm also gonna put some of these nipple pads in. So we're gonna change this little girly and last feeding and hopefully get some good sleep. We'll see. burp. She sucks a little bit. That's great. She starts to have a full feed. I'll probably sit her up just so we don't have a lot of spit up. This is what ended up being my milk catch from 5 to 7:30. And yeah, I'm kind of tired still, but it's just is what it is. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that down below. See you guys in the next one.